Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is mostly just talking big. While he comes across as very clever and has a lot of exciting ideas, he doesn't have the daily drive needed to push himself forward. If you are hoping for stability and growth from his side, you'll probably be left waiting.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he gets easily upset and finds it hard to keep his cool. Instead of bouncing back, he is likely to have angry outbursts or complain a lot, sometimes even blaming others. You may find yourself having to comfort him more often than you expected.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He often finds himself at odds with people at work. His sharp words and lack of kindness make it easy for misunderstandings and arguments to happen. If you want a partner who is friendly and well liked at work, you may be disappointed.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he's more likely to feel insecure than proud. Your success can make him uneasy since he already struggles to push himself at work. Instead of cheering you on, he may become moody or make negative comments to pull you down.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, he is likely to feel insecure if you earn more than him, and there's a good chance he will secretly resent it. Even if he doesn't say it out loud, you may sense his irritation or jealousy in small ways, like sarcastic comments, avoiding certain topics, or even picking unnecessary fights. This is something you should think about seriously if a supportive partner matters to you.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He tends to handle money with care and likes things to be orderly, so he's not someone who spends without thinking. You'll notice he prefers to plan and keep track of expenses, making sure bills are paid on time and savings are in place. He might be strict about budgets and even expect you to follow them too.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually lives within his means and doesn't try to show off or pretend to be richer than he is. He prefers to follow a budget and make sure everything is in order, so you won't find him buying flashy things just to impress others. His focus is more on being careful and practical rather than on appearances.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's quite tight both with money and in his general attitude. Generosity does not come naturally to him, so you may notice that he hesitates to spend on others or share what he has, even with close friends or family. When it comes to helping or showing kindness, he might hold back or seem uninterested.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be controlling than open when it comes to money. He likes to know where every rupee goes and may want to manage most of the financial decisions himself. You may feel like you have to ask permission or explain your choices, which can become frustrating over time.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be done a certain way and may expect you to handle most of it. While he cares about things being tidy and in order, he may not automatically step up to help or see it as a shared responsibility. If a task isn't done the way he likes, he might complain or point it out rather than simply pitching in.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to help by supervising rather than actually getting his hands dirty. He'll notice if something is out of place or not done to his liking and may point it out or give advice instead of jumping in to do the work himself. You might find yourself juggling everything while he comments from the side.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues to prove he's right rather than trying to understand your side. When disagreements happen, he's quick to get defensive and will often push his own views strongly, sometimes raising his voice or using harsh words. This can leave you feeling ignored or unimportant in the conversation.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he is likely to say hurtful things or act in ways that feel aggressive. His temper can flare up quickly, and he might use harsh words, sarcasm, or even yell. This pattern can make home a stressful place, especially during disagreements.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, often over small things. His temper can turn a simple disagreement into a big fight, and he may use sharp or hurtful words. Please don't brush this off or hope it will change after marriage.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or take responsibility for his mistakes. When something goes wrong, he's much more likely to blame you or make excuses rather than admit he was wrong. This can make you feel like you're always at fault, even when you're not.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may not always respect your boundaries, and there's a real chance he'll push you when you say no. His strong will and tendency to think he's right can make him ignore your wishes, whether it's about your personal space, time, or important choices. This can leave you feeling uncomfortable, unheard, or even unsafe at times.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings, he may become upset, make snide remarks, or act cold as though you've rejected him on purpose. This reaction can add stress to your relationship and make it hard to relax around him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you have to be careful. He may not always handle your private moments with the care you deserve. If he gets angry or wants to win an argument, he could bring up those private things to embarrass you or make you feel small. This can break trust and make you feel unsafe sharing your true self.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's easily distracted by other women. While he may not openly cheat, his attention can wander and he's likely to flirt or let his eyes stray even when he's with you. This can leave you feeling insecure or second guessing yourself when you notice his wandering gaze or playful attitude with others.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is very likely to act over possessive, showing jealousy, being controlling, and always seeming suspicious. You may notice him questioning who you talk to. checking up on you, or wanting to know your every move. This controlling behavior can slowly make your world feel smaller and less free.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what may seem like a protective nature is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He may say he's just looking out for you, but in reality, he wants to decide how you dress, where you go, and who you talk to. It's important to recognize that true protection comes with trust and freedom, not rules or restrictions.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will likely expect you to do most of the parenting work. He may see himself as someone who supervises or enforces rules, but when it comes to the daily care, emotional support, and hard jobs like night feeds or school projects, he tends to leave it up to you. If shared parenting is important to you, be prepared for frustration and carrying a lot more responsibility on your own.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is very likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. Small mistakes can trigger big reactions from him. He may yell, scold harshly, or use hurtful words instead of patiently guiding them. If you want your children to feel supported and understood, this is something to take seriously.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to truly support your role as both a mother and your own person. He may expect you to focus mostly on the family and household, often judging or questioning your choices if you want time for yourself, your career, or your own interests. Over time, this can leave you feeling trapped or unappreciated with little space to be yourself.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might support your career at first, but later expect you to quit or step back once you have a child. At the start, he may seem fine with your work and independence, but his traditional views and need for control can come out after big life changes. He might pressure you directly or make you feel guilty for wanting to continue your job, saying things like, the children need you at home, or it's better for the family. If you dream of balancing your work and motherhood, be cautious. With him, your career could become a constant point of conflict.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface with your parents rather than showing real warmth and genuine care. When they visit or you talk about them, he might do what's needed out of respect, but his heart won't truly be in it. Deep, friendly chats or honest affection from him toward your family will be rare. He will mostly expect your family to adjust to him rather than making real changes himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
He is more likely to make things worse if your family creates stress or interferes. Instead of staying calm or trying to ease the situation, he can quickly lose his temper or say hurtful things, which can turn a small issue into a big problem. His reactions may feel harsh or stubborn, causing more discomfort for everyone involved.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might act modern and open minded with you in private, but expect you to become a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He may ask you to dress, behave, or speak in certain ways when his family is around, even if it's different from how you are at home together. Over time, it can feel like you're always performing and never fully accepted for who you are.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than fully supporting you. He may avoid taking a clear stand to keep peace with his parents or expect you to adjust instead. This can leave you feeling alone and unsupported, especially during tough situations.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is very likely to be a mummy's boy, putting his mother's wishes and opinions above yours. In a conflict between you and his mother, he will almost always choose her side or ask you to adjust rather than standing up for you. Over time, you may find yourself constantly compromising or feeling second in your own marriage.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is the kind of man who will likely share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. This habit means your personal matters may not stay just between the two of you, which can lead to feeling exposed or betrayed. You deserve a partner who keeps your private life truly private.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being with this man day in and day out can feel like walking on eggshells. He often wants things done his way and is quick to point out if you fall short, but doesn't always help himself.